Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this journey event. First of all though, you want to pop to the shop and make sure you grab yourself at least a tier 1 and a tier 2. Tier 1, you pick up the Potion of Enchantment amongst other things, really useful. Enchant all your allies at the start of battle for this event only. Really important, and you grab some more journey sigils and troops at the same time. And at tier 2 you get the Pathfinder troop, really important for this, even though the spell is downgraded now. Deal magic based damage to an enemy, then create 2 purple gems boosted by Wargear allies. And that Pathfinder trait essential as well, gain 2 to 3 times miles in my journey event based on your ascensions. So there's 2 ways you can get this to mythic level, either by buying loads of tiers to gain enough keep at the paths to get it to mythic level, or by buying the tier 2 and just using your blue ascension orbs to get it to mythic. Tier 3, Path of the Wolf. Yeah, it's just an alright weapon. Does magic based damage to an enemy boosted by Wargear allies and purple allies. So yeah, nothing special, kind of collectible that one. Now onto the team. Now in the early stages you may want to switch the weapon out to something that's going to get the job done really quickly. Black Manacles is a really good choice for this. Damage to all, 20% chance to devour. Very handy when that comes in. If you don't have that, then any other damage to wall weapon which is decent will actually work really well as well for those early stages. Failing that, you can pick a nice explodey weapon, and if you've got the troop Phoenix, that's a good way to go. The explodey weapon will charge up Phoenix nice and fast, doing that true damage to all enemies. But do make sure you keep your Keeper of the Paths in the team no matter what, because you effectively get double that damage that is shown on the screen. And it's yeah, you get the Pathfinder trait, very important to maximize the miles from this event. So when that slows down, or when that method slows down, I'm going to go to something like this. Now, one important thing to remember in Journey is that one turn is your turn, including all extra moves, the enemy's turn, including extra moves, then back to you again. That is one complete turn or round. And when you complete a battle in 10 turns or less, that is when you complete the maximum amount of miles, and you get the maximum amount of miles. If you start getting those random amount of miles, like odd numbers and stuff like that, you've gone above 10 rounds and basically, or 10 turns, and I've started dropping miles. So with a loopy team, we basically stand a better chance of maximizing our miles in every battle. And we are going to effectively change the weapon into the Pathfinder. Does magic based damage to the first 2 enemies, plus 2 per tempering level boost, then create 2 purple gems for each purple ally and enemy. And if the enemy has a doom, gain a random status effect. Not worried about the doom thing, of course, but it's the purple gems we're interested in, because when there's a couple of purple enemies there, we're going to actually create more purple gems than the Pathfinder does, quite comfortably. And this could actually make the difference. It could actually charge up the Doomed Bulge enough to let it do it again. And if it doesn't self-charge, then chances are there'll be enough purple left behind to make this a viable cast, and possibly get an extra turn and charge up the Doomed Bulge and start the process again. We can use the Timber Wolf that is in the shop right now to explode all purple gems and gain some armor. This is just a basically emergency mana generator. And we can use Spirit Dancer if we like to transform a selected mana color to green, and has a summon as well. If we change the mana color to green, this will charge up our Keeper of the Paths, which can charge up our Doomed Bulge and repeat the process. The banner for this is going to be +2 purple, +1 green, -1 red. Spirit Walker class, of course. Wargear class, really important. All the Wargear gain 2 life. Reduce damage from spells by 25%. Drain 2 mana from a random enemy when an ally casts a spell. Really useful when we start looping. And we can go for stuff like Resilience, Purification, Root Trap, really handy. You can go for Anti-Magic Sphere on the early stages when the enemies are weak. But as they get tougher, Root Trap, definitely more important. Mana Source, important to have that 50% start. Healing Herb, we can get that. Arcane Surge, bonus purple, nice. And Harvest Moon. All the Wargear allies gain 2 life per turn. Right, let's jump into a few battles then. I've skipped out of the earlier levels that were really straightforward and jumped into some slightly tougher ones to show how this team works. But like I said at the beginning, you can start with a damage to wall weapon like Black Manacles to get those early stages done nice and fast. Either that or a nice explodey weapon and Phoenix if you got it. 1 or 2 of them, that'll get the job done quickly for some of the early stages as well. Just make sure you keep Keeper of the Paths in the team. Really important that. And may even try a weapon like Trickster's Shot later on. strips away all armor and does a decent amount of damage and gets boosted at the same time. But let's try this one. See, Mongo, you cannot come in looking like that, mate. Go away. Right, so we're looking for purple as quickly as we can. And any purple enemies are going to help boost up our weapon, remember. Don't care about that because we've got entanglement on the first troop. So here we go, let's go over this. If this fails to loop, then the Pathfinder is actually up next round. So we'll get some more purple anyway. Yeah, and you're still entangled, mate. Not going to collect that. The more purple that are on the screen, the better it is. This weapon actually gets better the more enemies are on the screen at the same time, the more purple enemies. See, it didn't actually loop that time. We've got two choices now. We can either cast this with just a boost of 8, but there is 21 gems there already, but I'm going to grab that while it's there. That is too tempting. There we go. We can do it again. Kind of using the weapon as a Pathfinder, but the Pathfinder as the backup Pathfinder. If you know what I mean. And one important thing as well is if you get the Valraven come along, just kill someone as quickly as possible. Because when you... talk with the devil and it shall appear. How bizarre. But the Valraven, summon a Darkstorm when an ally dies. This is really, really useful for our team. So you just kill someone as quickly as possible. And the Valraven will start a Darkstorm, which is really, really useful. Because Darkstorm is purple. So I'm going to do damage to them first. Got that lucky hit there. This is going to finish them off now. So we're going to start a Darkstorm at the same time, courtesy of the Valraven. Really, really useful. Let's do that again. Got extra chances of looping, basically. And yeah, we're basically turning the weapon into the Pathfinder. The more purple enemies are on the team, the more it's going to benefit. I mean, you can check out both things, both sets of enemies, and see who's got the most purple enemies, but generally I'd still go for the higher miles because it is the idea of the game. But here, look, we've got 3 purple enemies. This is really good. So this could be like, what, 14 purple gems when we cast our weapon? Right, so again, we'll start off with giving him a cheeky dig, maybe. Just checking for any 4 matches over here, but nothing really doing. Well, we can leave that to him and collect purple. I think I may do that. Oh, I spoiled it. Didn't look at what I was doing properly. But anyway, we are going to create loads of purple now. It's got a loop, surely. Yep, doing significant damage at the same time. There's a Valraven again. This created our Darkstorm for us, which is very useful. Thank you very much, mate. Loopy doopy again. And again. And again. It's a Pathfinder without using the Pathfinder in a roundabout kind of way. Let's do this fight here against Stink Team Russell. Stinky Tinky! Alright, we get some purple there, that's nice. No boost up on our weapon regarding purple this time because there's no purple enemies. Got to deal with that fact. But if it fails to loop, we can rely on this as a emergency mana generator, which is pretty cool. It didn't loop, but if there's a lot of purple there, and there is quite a lot of purple, then this has got a better chance of looping just by virtue of the amount that there's more purple there. Right, let's pick on him because he's got a summon. Don't want him bringing loads of bot things back, whatever it is. Tinkertown bots. Stinkertown bots. Let's cast this. Get rid of them. Didn't loop again. Let's we've got 2 choices now. Look, if we can do this, transform a selected mana colour to green. Don't really want to do it on purple. That's the only thing. We don't want to take away all that purple. If there's a green option which changes, which we can use without it being purple, then I'd much rather do that. But it doesn't look like there's anything great. But there is this storm going anyway, which doesn't help us. So I might just do it anyway, because it's better than a kick in the what's-its. Didn't quite get charged. do some explodey stuff then. Take extra turns when they're there. It's an okay amount of purple there. Let's get rid of Tinky before he stinks the place out. And that looped on itself, which is good. And finished off. So, bit of a messy fight that one, but we got there in the end. And what we got? Let's make this the last one. That is a strange looking thing trying to come into our pub. I'm not sure that would be allowed. Right, so we don't have anything significant regarding purple. So we'll try and get some green for our other Pathfinder. See, I'm already calling it the other Pathfinder when my weapon isn't the official Pathfinder in the first place. What the heck? Right, so we are up next round on our Doomed Divulge. But I might just cast this because Explodo's brown. There's not a lot of purple there. No, I'm not. Right, let's cast this. We are up next round anyway with our weapon. So all that purple there. We've got 2 purple using troops. Gives us a nice boost. But I will take this first. Loads of purple. Somehow didn't get an extra turn out of that. What the heck? This is where the explodey weapon or the explodey troop is handy. We're going to benefit from that gargoyle gem as well as pick up mana at the same time. Let's cast the doomed what's-its. Let's grab that from there. Do it again. Self-charge. Loopy-doopy. And again. And again. Yeah, not too bad. This is going to do alright, I think. Making the weapon effectively the Pathfinder. Well, that'll do for that. There's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful and helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.